sometimes we're not used to seeing this type of representation in academia?
Because I thought like physicists are male with funny hair and usually they wear like a lab coat.
Was there a defining moment for you when you knew that being a scientist was your path?
Actually, it was during my high school. So in Morocco, like during that time, I do remember that no one from my classmates want to go and choose the track of physical science. So I had like to convince them actually to choose that in order that the school will create a dedicated class for us.
You basically fought for them to open a path for you to study physics even at that time.
Exactly, yeah.
For me, I think it was multiple moments. I do have a clear memory when I was maybe 6 that I was obsessed with space and I wanted to read everything about physics. I just knew I wanted to dedicate my life to anything similar to that. And then there was a time when I was in high school too, that we had the opportunity to go to the Amazon jungle. And it was my first time to go not to visit family, but with school. And they gave us a biology and geography science projects. And it was a whole week of doing science in the field. And it was so much fun. And I remember thinking, wow, you can combine like playing nature and then also like thinking about, you know, the methods behind and what the science could be doing to help the rivers and the forests we were in. And I knew I wanted to be a scientist for the first time in my family generation.
That's amazing. So anyone from your family like support you to pursue that path?
Nobody in my family knew what a scientist is, what it means. My grandmother is an Indian healer and she never had the chance to attend school. So she's always been connected to the natural world, but through that ancestral wisdom and knowledge. And so she's always supported education in general, but they had no idea what being a scientist even means. I don't think it's even a career path that our generations would have ever imagined being possible beyond just subsistence, survival. And the moment I just kind of, I think, show them what it meant to me. I'm so in love with our natural world, and it just gives me so much joy to think about ways to help it. I think they just supported seeing me happy. Now that they see what we're reaching with our work, I think they feel quite proud too.
That's for sure. I think same for me. Like I get a lot of support, especially from my mother. Even like she's like a simple Moroccan woman without formal education, but she keep like pushing me to pursue my dreams. So I'm the only member of my family so far. I have earned like a PhD degree, and some of them they might think it was like a waste of time, but I believe it's the thing that I want to do.
Well, you're showing as well that people have different dreams and it just looks different.
Yeah.
Was there any challenges or moments of doubt that you have felt?
Well, if we think about other challenges, including the opening opportunities for young talented, especially in Africa. So when I got my PhD in 2019, we didn't like have any postdoctoral positions in Morocco. So that's why I have to move outside Morocco to continue my research. So yeah, I did the first postdoc that was in University of Helsinki before moving to Brookhaven National Laboratory in US. Yeah, also sometimes like the lack of the role model actually.
Yeah, I think moving to the US, I mean, my English was not that good. I definitely felt very aware and ashamed of my accent or afraid that I would sound, I guess, a bit silly. The few instances I did saw Latina scientists or that had Latino roots, it made me feel almost like quite safe, even though we're not necessarily working together. It just somehow meant, okay, somebody else is doing this. I'm not just so crazy to think that this can be done. And I think that's something we don't often, I think, remember, but especially now with social media and the internet, so much youth is, getting to see what's going on. And I think any person from underrepresented cultures and countries like ours in science, especially as female leaders, I think I make so much more of an effort now than I did before to show what the work looks like, to show and communicate, which is perhaps we don't always put the effort into that, because then somebody younger is looking at it. And perhaps that just kind of
inspires them.
Turns on that bulb of idea saying like, oh, maybe I can too. And then that's enough to change, a whole generation.
That's amazing. Yeah, for me, like, I'm also like involved in many like scientific communities, including the African School of Physics, and we have also training for the high school teachers and also workshops for the high school kids, actually. I do remember in one of the events, a high school girl came to me and said, I didn't know like you are a physicist. Because I thought like physicists are male with funny hair and usually they wear like lab coats, but you seems like different and you are a physicist. That's amazing. I was like very impressive hearing like that.
Yeah, but that's exactly like, that's the whole point, right?
I mean, it's nice to hear that, especially for young people. And,
and there's now research too that shows that girls, particularly, even more than boys, girls, when they see someone that looks like them deliver material or teach them, they absorb the material so much more than otherwise. So then the role model becomes like data-driven imperative. You need it.
Yeah.